Good evening and welcome, footy fans. It's Monday night on NTV, so that must mean it's the Ilfl Soccer Night with me, David Joseph. I am here to talk to you about everything that happened yesterday, football-wise, and in the week regarding our vets, which is coming to a culmination. We'll be talking more about that in the next section of the show. Yesterday was all about this one. It's about this trophy. It's the ILFL League Cup, and we had the preliminary round fixtures take place yesterday all over East London, from Bartlett Park up to Hackney Marshes. Teams were battling it out to make their way into the first round proper and be in the hat to play against potentially some bigger boys to get the biggest cup. One of the biggest cups in the ILFL trophy. Shaquille is here in the studio with me this evening to ponder, analyse, scrutinise, debate and make some predictions as we do best here on this show. But first, we're going to take a look at one of those results that happened yesterday. This is not like the road to Wembley, more like the road to Mile End Stadium. But we have to start in the preliminary round with not with the bigger boys, but with some of the lower ranked teams. So the lower ranked teams here are Burdett versus Redcoat. This is what happened between those two teams yesterday. Burdett versus Redcoat. I do love the cup games because it always throws up some interesting matchups and you never know what you're going to get in these games. That was a game between First Division and Second Division. Second Division coming out on top with, listen, a comprehensive victory. Well done to you boys down there who play for Redcoat. 7-1 against Burdett, and in the second half it looked like a game that was just one-sided. Redcoat played like the First Division team, and Burdett, their heads were down and they were out of it long before the final whistle was blown. Let's take a look at the rest of the results in the preliminary round of the ILFL League Cup. They're here on the screen for you right now. From the top, we see that Ace beat PYO by 6 goals to 2. Arsenal beat Tower Hamlets by 6 goals to 0. And I have to hasten to add there, they lost that fixture the week before in a league game, losing 5-0 to Tower Hamlets. So however you did it, Arsenal, well done to you. Walthamstow Red Star, what can I say? Beaumont Youth are having a miserable season. All of the dizzy heights they showed last season, not happening for them. They went down by 12 goals to 1. London Tigers beat Bow by 4 goals to 1. Bow hoping to repeat their success by making a cup final last season. They're not getting past a prelim round this season. Bromley looked like as being the cup team that they always are every season and beat St Catherine's by 8 goals to 1. Hawk and Eagle, the odd goal in 7 won it for you against a very good AMY team who would have enjoyed knocking out a Premier Division team, but it wasn't to happen. Although it did for Robin Hood Tigers. They beat Leytonstone by 7 goals to 2, and they look like an ominous team to meet in the next round. Redcoat versus Burdett, you've just seen this. Seoul Youth see themselves into the next round of the Cup. Sire and the Fish Islanders, they played out what looked like an entertaining 3-3 draw, but in the end, the Fish Islanders just couldn't hang on and win it on penalties. Sire getting their first win of the season, and that is a cup win which puts them into the next round. West End and Crusaders, that was the game we predicted was the big game of the round. Crusaders winning it by 2 goals to 1, and they have definitely shown their credentials now, not just by knocking over teams in the First Division, but by beating Premier Division opposition. And Stepney B, look at that, beating West End Reserve by 5 goals to 0. Yes, it was West End Reserve, a Second Division team, but Stepney B are showing that they could be a dark horse in this cup competition and won't be any pushover for any opposition they come up against. So, Shaquille, it was a lot to go through there. Lots of things happened. What was a standout result for you there?
Well, when the draw happened, I did say Sile and Fish Island would be a good game, and it was. It didn't disappoint us. 3-3, and that was the only game that went to penalty shootout, which was a really entertaining game.
It was a game where it was probably a must-win for both teams. They could both see that maybe they could get some out of it. Both teams not doing well in their respective divisions, so something had to crack, and 3-3, even that couldn't separate them.
Yeah, I mean, last week I think Sile won the league game, I think, in Bartlett Park, so that gives them a bit of confidence. Now I hope they can take that confidence on towards the next week in the league game and continue, because they were struggling in the beginning, so hopefully the confidence can take them a step forward.
2 teams who have done well, 2 First Division teams that have knocked out Premier Division opposition. Yeah, Robin Hood Tigers and Crusaders, we like the look of those two, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure what happened to Leytonstone last year. They did really well in the cup games, and I fancied them in the cup games because they're quite different, and I was actually really disappointed about them yesterday, but hey, you can't take credit out from Robin Hood because they did really well. Yeah.
And Crusaders as well. I know that you've been saying about Crusaders right from the get-go.
Yeah, I mean, I've said enough good things about them, but they are a really good team too, and I hope next round they get a good Premiership Division team.
Another good team, the new teams that have come into the league again this season as well. Ace, like we said, beating PYO and looking to establish themselves back in the ILFL this season. And Walthamstow Red Star, who are getting lots of shooting practice, it seems, out there. We spoke to those guys on the show last week. Good to see you doing well in the Cup. You're steadily just making a mark for yourself, but you will be targets in the future. What else can I say? Bromley doing very well. Tigers doing well. Redcoat, as we said, going through. Stepney B as well. I mean, remember Stepney B? When they first started as the B team, they were youngsters, finding their feet with 1 or 2 seniors helping them along the way. Yeah. They're now looking like a real decent team, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, last year the youngsters that were there. I think now they got the experience the second season. I think that's helping them gradually go up, and I think slowly but surely, I think they'll be up there.
So now, out of all the teams that have gone from, and I know you were mentioning there that Crusaders, it'd be nice to see them against Premiership opposition as well. I don't know whether that's what you like out there, the Crusaders. Maybe you want something a touch easier, maybe go for a good cup run. I don't know. There's no easy games in the cup, as they say. But we've got the 4 so-called big boys back in it now. We've got Stepney to come. We've got Lotus to come back in. We've got the other 2 teams to come back in as well. So Lotus as well. Yeah. It's looking tasty for the next round of this cup already, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I would like to see Crusaders get Lotus. That would be a nice little derby match against both South teams. It looks really exciting.
It does indeed, and like we said, this is the one that you're all playing for. I like having this cup next to me up here on stage. It looks good. But here, this is what you're playing for. It's the one that they all want. It's the one that they all like to win. And it can be yours if you can get through the next few rounds and make your way to the final. It's the one that you could be taking back. Is it going to go to one of our more established clubs within the league, or is it going to go to one of the new boys? Who knows? This show is all about the cup. We've just spoken about the games that have taken place in this cup. We've got a cup draw coming up in the 3rd segment of the show, but we're going to take a break before we move into the 2nd section, where we'll start talking about the Vets League. We'll see you shortly after this break.